Welcome to Ukraine Today, where every headline hits like a missile. Russia is going blind. Ukraine takes out a $25 million Zoopark radar. A brand new Ukrainian combat drone joins the fight mid-Chief 1. In Sumy, Russian paratroopers run out of vehicle and switch to bicycles. Meanwhile, deep inside enemy lines, Ukrainian drone treats through strategic bombers base. And Nato. They are stepping up. More missiles, more money, more bacon for Ukraine. I'm Zorislava Kolesnikova, and this is where the truth flies faster than propaganda. Let's get into it. How do you fight a hidden enemy if your eyes are blind? What happens when Russia loses one of its razor's tracking system right on the battlefield? Ukraine has just wiped out the $25 million Zoopark 1M, a high-tech radar meant to guide Russian artillery. Precision recon found it. Ukrainian fire destroyed it. And now Moscow's ability to spot and strike is falling apart. Details in our full report. Don't miss it.
The Russians have very few of them, and now even fewer. A rare Russian Zoopark 1M system worth $25 million has been destroyed at the front. The defense forces of Ukraine have inflicted another precise loss on the Russian army by destroying one of its expensive and scarce reconnaissance systems. We are talking about the Zoopark 1M, an artillery reconnaissance and fire control system which costs around $25 million. The detection of the target became possible thanks to the coordinated work of the artillery reconnaissance units, who managed to quickly determine the coordinates of the equipment and direct fire at it. As a result, the system was completely destroyed, which will significantly reduce the occupiers' ability to detect Ukrainian positions and adjust their fire. The loss of the Zoopark 1M is a painful blow for the Russian army, as they have a limited number of such systems and their production is complex and very costly.
Meet Chief 1, the newest Ukrainian drone officially approved for service. Fast, deadly and smart, it's designed to hunt and destroy enemy UAVs and even target troops on the ground. Without a targeting shotgun blast and unmatched agility, Chief 1 is a game changer in the skies. Can it stop Russia's growing drone threat? How does it work in real combat? Watch our full report to find out.
The Ukrainian army has officially adopted a new drone, the Chief 1, for aerial combat. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine has officially authorized the use of the new domestic unmanned aerial system Chief 1 in the armed forces of Ukraine. The development has already undergone the codification procedure and is beginning to be delivered to military units. Chief 1 was created to intercept enemy drones and engage enemy personnel. Equipped with a shot module, it is capable of making precise shots both in manual and automatic modes. The drone has a lightweight yet durable frame, powerful engines and high maneuverability, making it especially effective in aerial combat. The design incorporates an automatic target recognition system and calculates the optimal distance for engagement. Chief 1 destroys enemy FPV drones, bombers, reconnaissance drones and spotters, significantly strengthening anti-drone defense on the front line. The implementation of such solutions demonstrates the active development of Ukrainian technologies in the context of modern warfare and the growing capability of the armed forces of Ukraine to effectively counter aerial threats.
In a bizarre twist on the battlefield, elite Russian paratroopers from the 56th Air Assault Regiment based in Feodosia are now reportedly assaulting Ukrainian Sumy region on bicycles. According to Russian military bloggers, the unit suffers heavy losses near the border on June 2nd, losing over 10 motorcycles in a single day. With vehicles depleted, the so-called elite troops restored to bicycles for their next one-way mission into Ukrainian territory. The stage move highlights growing logistical problems within Russian forces at the war drag zone. Ukraine has just launched one of its boldest operations yet. In a powerful blow to Russia's long-range aviation, Ukrainian drone hit four major air bases deep inside enemy territory: Bela, Diaghilevo, Olenya and Ivanovo. These bases housed the very bombers used to attack Ukrainian cities and civilians, but not anymore. The operation, named Spiderweb, was fast, precise and devastating, destroying more enemy aircraft in a single night than ever before. This is a clear message: no Russian target is safe. How did Ukraine pull off this high-risk strike behind enemy lines? Watch our full report to find it out.
Ukraine has struck at Russia's strategic aviation, which was used to attack civilians. Ukrainian forces carried out a large-scale special operation, striking 4 military airfields on Russian territory where the enemy's strategic aviation was based. These aircraft were used for missile strikes against peaceful Ukrainian cities and civilian populations. The operation, named Web, became a unique example of a deep strike against the enemy's critical infrastructure. Drones hit targets at the Balaya, Diaghilevo, Olenia, and Ivanovo airfields. The coordinated and simultaneous strike made it possible to destroy the largest number of enemy aircraft in a single episode. The strike dealt significant damage to the capabilities of Russia's strategic aviation, which had been systematically used to terrorize the civilian population. This is yet another proof of the ability of Ukrainian security forces to act precisely on a large scale and effectively even against deep rear targets of the enemy. Meanwhile, NATO defense ministers are preparing decisions on strengthening the alliance's defense. The focus is on air defense, missiles and expenditures.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine today. Join us now.
NATO defense ministers gather in Brussels on June 5 to strengthen the alliance. Key focus: better air and missile defense, more long-range weapons and bigger defense budgets. Spending may rise above 2% of GDP as allies prepare for growing threats and higher demand for weapons. All eyes now turn to the NATO summit in The Hague. Will this change the game for Ukraine? More in our full report.
On June 5th, a key meeting of NATO defense ministers will take place in Brussels, where strategic decisions are expected to be made to strengthen the alliance's defense capabilities. The participants will discuss new ambitious goals for increasing military capabilities, including strengthening air and missile defense systems, as well as the development of long-range weaponry, logistics, and land maneuver forces. It is expected that, to achieve these goals, the Allied countries will significantly increase their defense spending not only to the recommended 2% of GDP, but even higher. Special attention will be given to the development of defense production to meet the growing demand for weapons and equipment. Another priority is the creation of a resilient supply system to provide the troops with everything necessary for the effective fulfillment of their tasks. The issue of investment in the defense sector will become central at the upcoming NATO summit in The Hague. Against the backdrop of threats from Russia, international terrorism and global instability, the alliance is demonstrating its determination to act swiftly and systematically. On the eve of this, on June 4th, a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group in the Ramstein format will also take place in Brussels.
That's all for today on Ukraine Today. If you found this report important, like the video, drop your thought in the comments and hit the bell so you never miss a story that matters. Most importantly, become a part of our mission. Support independent Ukrainian journalists who, despite the war, stay on the front lines of truth. Your support helps us keep reporting, keep precising and keep telling the world what's really happening. Join our team. Stand with Ukraine.